in the wake of the Trump victory, when that became apparent, it should have been pretty obvious that pretty much all of Europe was nervous. Is that the case now? I know you've been doing some work taking a look at some of the countries in Europe which are doing the worst. And in those countries, they're actually very pro-Trump.
Yes, that's true. And I mean, look, by far the most popular leader in the G7 is Giorgia Meloni in Italy. And I mean, she clearly is more aligned with Trump and Elon Musk, by the way, than she would have been Kamala Harris or than she had been Biden. And that means that when Trump goes to his summits, NATO and the G7, he automatically has someone that isn't just saying nice things, that actually assertively wants him in power, wants him to be successful. In Canada soon, you're going to have a new election, and Trudeau's going to be gone. Instead, you're going to have Pierre Poilievre, who it will clearly be much more aligned with Trump than we've seen from the Canadians the first time around. So there are going to be a lot of friends of Trump on the global stage. But the Europeans, both the European Union, and he doesn't like a strong European Union. He wants a weaker, more fragmented Europe. He wants to work individually with European governments. So the EU leadership is very, very skeptical of him. Also, the frontline NATO states dealing with the Russia war, Poland, the Baltic states, the Nordics, they're deeply concerned that Trump is going to sell them out when he forces a ceasefire on the Ukrainians that the Russians may well be happy to accept. And I do think that one of the biggest questions out there, Martin, is are the Europeans going to hold together on policies vis-a-vis the U.S., on tariffs, vis-a-vis Ukraine, vis-a-vis China, or are they going to fragment? Will a small number of them say, we'd much rather work with Trump, rebuild with the Russians? That would undermine Europe on the global stage. It would be horrible for the euro, and it would completely change the way we think about the international order. Could go either way. Huge question for the coming months.